me how to be closer to ya. Tell me how and I'll do it, babe. Cause I just wanna make you feel the way I do about you. So just tell me how and I'll do it, babe.
Hey guys, it is holiday season and I am ready to start deep cleaning before we host the holidays. Today we're going to be doing decluttering, getting rid of stuff, deep cleaning lots of real life messes, and I'm also going to share with you some areas that I really focus on cleaning that you're probably not thinking about before you have guests over. This is super important. So give me a thumbs up if you're ready to get cleaning with me. Hey guys, welcome to Jamie's Journey. I'm so happy to have you here. The holiday season is upon us, and I know you're probably feeling a little frazzled, not sure where to start, what to do. You probably have a to-do list that is a mile long, and I feel ya. I do. So hang in there. You got this. We'll get through it. We'll get through it together, but hopefully I can help you out a little bit. So in today's video, hopefully I can provide tons of motivation for you, decluttering, cleaning, but also give you some tips on areas to clean, like unexpected areas you're forgetting to clean that I try to think of when I go to someone's house. What are the things that maybe I notice, or the big areas that I think really make a big impact? Because let's be real. You don't have time to do it all. You don't have time to clean every square inch of your home. So what are the areas that you get the most bang for your buck and you really want to be clean when guests come over? And I have some unexpected places. So that's what we're going to be doing. We've also had a crazy week, so I will get into that. So a lot we're going to be doing, and I'm glad to have you here with me. So I hope you guys are excited because next week's video I will be decorating for Christmas. So this is the last video with fall decor up, and I'm gonna be honest with you, I'm a little sad. I love my fall decor. I love the fall season, and I'm kind of sad to see it go. I know most people feel that way when it comes to Christmas. I'll be excited to get the tree up. I love the lights, the pretty lights, and obviously the girls are the most excited to decorate for Christmas. It's the season that they're most excited to decorate for. So they're excited, which makes me excited. So that will be next week, and I'm really excited about that. But here I was cleaning up after I want to say it was a busy weekend, but it really wasn't too bad. We just tried to, like, typically I clean up every Friday night. Like, I have the main areas, like from the back hallway through the kitchen, the living room, all cleaned up. And then I do it again Saturday. But then usually Sunday, I just kind of let it go and we live our lives. And I'm not constantly worried about cleaning up. I'm not constantly worried about making the girls like pick up everything. We just kind of like enjoy our Sunday. And then it's almost therapeutic for me in the evening to kick everybody out and listen to some music or an audiobook and clean up. So that's what I'm doing. So I'm curious, do you guys, like, what are the holidays like for you guys? Do you host? Do you go places? Maybe a mix? Do you travel? Mike and I are very, like, our holiday season is pretty low key because both of our families live within 20, 30 minutes max. I think my parents are probably closer to 30 minutes. His parents are like 20. So our families live super close. We never have to travel. And yeah, we don't have to travel. And for Thanksgiving, my family comes over, super small family. My family comes over. Mike's family visits family in North Carolina. And then Christmas, we go over to my parents on Christmas Eve, and then we go over to his parents on Christmas Day. So, I mean, it's pretty low key, like nothing too crazy, no big holiday parties or anything like that. So I don't know. I'm just curious, like, what do you guys do for the holidays? Oh, and I forgot. I'm trying out this new cleaning tool that I just bought from Costco. It's pretty cool. It is essentially like an upholstery cleaner that you can clean stains on your carpet or your upholstery, but it's cordless. It's pretty cool. So I'm going to share that later on in the video, so make sure you stay tuned. So here I'm cleaning my makeup brushes. So this is my favorite makeup brush cleaner. And the reason why I like it, I got it from Amazon. I will have it linked in the description, is because it, like you just spray it. So you don't need water, you don't need soap, you don't need water. You just spray it on your makeup brushes. Then typically I'll use like a black, like I got these like super cheap towels from Walmart, like hand towels, black ones that were like $1 or something. And I will clean it like that. But I just had them downstairs, so I was using paper towels. You just spray it and it dries super quickly, like not within a few hours, but I will do this like I did at night, and then I can put my makeup on like late the next morning and they're dry. And it's just nice because even sometimes on my vanity, I can quickly, use the spray cleaner and it gives them a good cleaning, and like I don't have to use soap and water. So, and it does a really, really good job. Like I feel like they get really clean. So I will have that linked below. So this was pretty much it for this night, but what I'm going to do the next day is I'm going to share 5 areas in your home that you may be forgetting to clean. 5 unexpected areas that I think we forget to clean, and it will be important that you tackle these areas before you have guests over for the holidays. So we're going to get to that, and then I'm going to tell you about my crazy week. It was like a horrible, horrible week. So we'll get into all of that. But while I'm doing that deep cleaning, I want to share something with you guys that is kind of helping me stay on top of all of my cleaning during the holidays. I know during this time of the year, I get asked, what recommendations do you have for robot vacuum and mops? I get asked about those all of the time. And there's a million out there. Shopping can be so overwhelming. There's so many choices, so many different features, and they can get very expensive. So I have a recommendation for you that is actually affordable and does a great job. I get asked daily about recommendations for cleaning tools, more specifically robot vacuum and mops. There's a million out there, you guys know this, and the shopping can get very overwhelming. They're also very expensive, or they can be expensive. I have a recommendation for you that is actually affordable, and it's impressive in how it performs. It's my new cleaning buddy. It is the Roborock QX Revo. Starting to clean. One of the biggest reasons why I love it, it has precise sense LiDAR navigation. That basically means the vacuum actually sees and maps the layout of your home. It figures out the smartest, most efficient cleaning path. It avoids bumping into things and doesn't waste time going over the same spot 20 times. It feels genuinely smart. Then there's the 5,500 PA Extreme Suction. I have kids. There's crumbs everywhere. So suction actually matters. This thing pulls up dirt from the cracks, my rugs, all of the edges, all of the spots where I find crumbs. It also has dual spinning mops. So instead of dragging a wet pad around, the mop actually scrubs the floors. And honestly, my favorite part and why it's so great, it's the dock. The QX Revo comes with a self-washing and self-drying dock, plus a self-emptying and self-refilling system. That means it washes its own mop pads. Going to wash the mop. It dries them so they don't get musty or smell gross. It empties the dustbin for you. You guys, it's basically self-maintaining. I love it because when it was mopping my floors, the mop pads got dirty. It announced that it was going to wash the mop pads and then going back out to finish the job. So like I said, it's basically self-maintaining, which is so cool. I barely have to touch it. My kids had messed this rug up. Look how it handles this rug. So it can go back and forth between hard floors, rugs, hard floors, carpet, like a champ. With Black Friday coming up, the Roborock QX Revo is a really good price. If you've been thinking you want one, you need something to help lighten your cleaning load, I can truly recommend this one. It's affordable for the features you get. And if you want even more premium features, they also have the QX Revo Ultra available. You can purchase the QX Revo at Costco here in the United States or Costco in Canada. And don't miss out on these Black Friday deals, guys. Okay, so these are just 5 areas that I think are really important that you think about. You certainly do not have to focus on these areas, but they're just areas that I always focus on before we have guests over. So, number 1, I like to take off the toilet seat in the bathroom that the guests will be using. I did take off the toilet seat in our bathroom, Mike and I's bathroom, but it's because I take off the toilet seat all of the time in the one downstairs because it gets used the most. So I had just cleaned that, but don't forget to take off your toilet seat if you can. There's usually just 2 little clips, or most of the time it's just 2 little clips. And then don't forget the base of your toilet. Another area is, well, here you see me doing the garbage can area. Obviously, people will be eating, drinking, throwing things away. So I think it's a good area to focus on. The other area that I did before this was the back hallway. I try to make a walk through, what door are people going to be coming in, and then I walk through that area and just kind of do a spot test. And the back hallway gets beat up by the girls, so I just like to spot clean it with my wall cleaner, and then the buildup around the faucets. I hate when you can see that buildup in the bathroom around the base of the faucet or in the kitchen. It just drives me crazy. And just again, think about the main bathroom that people will be using, or your kitchen sink if it needs it, and then the table and chairs. You guys, if you have kids, you guys get it, right? Tables and chairs can get so messy with their hands. They eat and they touch the chairs, and I just always like to make for sure they not only look clean, but they feel clean before guests sit in them. Okay, so this is a shark stain force. Someone had sent it to me on Instagram, I think. So a follower had sent it to me, and as soon as I saw it, I was like, ooh, this looks like something I want to give a try. So I was kind of eyeing it since they sent it to me, and essentially what it is an upholstery cleaner, spot cleaner, essentially like my Basil little green machine, but it's cordless. And that's why I was drawn to it, because if you have kids, you know there's constant messes all over the home. And sometimes I let things sit because I'm too busy and don't want to take the time to get out my upholstery cleaners. I know that's lazy, but here, this is a yogurt stain that had been sitting there for a few days. Here's another yogurt stain or milk stain, and I had tried to wipe this up with carpet cleaner and it didn't work, okay? So what you do is you take the spray that they give you. It's like a combination of an oxy cleaner and another stain cleaner. You spray it on there, let it sit for 2 minutes. And then essentially what this does is it helps scrub and then extract, just like a little green machine. Here is face paint from Addison's Halloween costume almost a month ago. She had green face paint. You guys, the stain has been on my carpet for almost a month. Green face paint. And I'm going to show you, this thing took up all of the stains. And then upstairs, we had a blood spot. We've been having bloody noses like crazy, which I'll get into. That was part of my bad week, by crazy week. dried on blood on the carpet. This was also a little swab of blood from a bloody nose. And you guys, this took it all out. I am absolutely shocked by it. So what I'm going to do is I want to keep using it. So I just want to do like this was like my first time testing it. I bought it from Costco. But I'm going to do like a full review soon. But let me know if you guys want to see a full review, especially with Black Friday, because it's already cheaper, I saw in the stores now, than what it was when I bought it on last Sunday. So honestly, the two rooms I'm going to show you, I'm a little bit embarrassed to show you. They are literal disasters. The twins' room, the playroom, it has been weeks since I've cleaned them. They have maintained them at times, but I'll be honest with you, life has gotten the best of all of us, and we have not stayed on top of their rooms, their playrooms, all of that. And not ideal, but I don't know. Like, I guess it's real life. I don't know. I hope you guys understand, but both rooms are horrible. Absolutely horrible. So I'm roping the twins in. Avery is cleaning her own room. She kind of like goes in and like puts on her own music and like gets in the zone, does her own thing. I need to help the twins. So I'm gonna go in. We are going to clean their bedroom, clean the playroom. And I don't know, like, I'm just in one of those moments. I hope you as a parent, or even if you're like an older parent, if you remember when your kids were young, do you remember like walking through your house and you would see your kid's bedroom or the playroom or a play area, and you would just be like, I'm gonna shut the door, I'm gonna pull the curtain shut, you know? Like, I just don't want to see it, because right now I have other things I need to worry about, things I need to deal with. Like, I am not going to worry about this mess. I can't worry about it, and seeing it drives me crazy. I feel like we can all agree, like, relate to that, I think. And while yes, it could be like, kids, you go in there and do it, it's like, I don't know, like, sometimes when the messes get so bad, I know that they look at it, because I know as an adult, like, I look at it and I get overwhelmed. So like, how is a child going to look at it, even though they made the mess? But sometimes when it gets this bad, I'm like, nope, we're gonna tackle it together. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna tackle both rooms together. They are messes. It's been weeks, and we're gonna tackle it together. So hopefully you guys appreciate the true messes and the huge transformation.
Your letter, guess this is better. You win sometimes, lose sometimes, no need to apologize. It was the distance we had between us. You broke us down in disguise, no need to apologize. Ooh, 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 ooh. But I can't help that I miss you now, and I need to reminisce this, cause ooh, 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 ooh. We're still at our moments and they keep coming back to me.
All right, quite the week, the crazy, crazy week. So Mike was traveling this past week for work. He's home now. So he is home now, but he was in Dallas, Texas for the entire week. And, you know, no big deal. I mean, he doesn't travel very often, but, you know, he was gone. So we're down a man. And a lot of you guys know, like, Mike is despite being gone 40 plus hours a week and working, whatever, he's a very hands-on parent, and he wants to be equally involved in the girls' everything. So he's gone. And I think that sometimes with him, he's such an active parent that I can like rely on him, or like I don't have to have my brain fully on, if that makes sense, because I know that he's there too, you know? And so him being gone, I have to be 100%. I have to be on my game. I can't forget anything, you know? And so that was part of it. Well, Emery got sick, ran a fever the day before he left, and then it turned into a cold. And then Addison got sick and had a bad cough. She was coughing all night the first night he was gone, so we were up all night with her coughing. And then she got a bloody nose, and the bloody nose would not stop. She was like coughing up blood. Blood was coming out of her nose and her mouth. It was a miserable night. And then Avery got sick. And then, what was it? Then I started to feel sick. And then Addison got another bloody nose that we could not stop. All right, I'm going to take a little bit of a break. I felt like every time I turned around this week, something was going wrong. It was the bloody noses. Like, my kids don't get sick very often. And I'm like, why the week he leaves, all three of them got sick. All of them. And my kids always sleep really well, even when they're sick. And they weren't sleeping well because they were coughing. And then Addison got that bloody nose in the middle of the night, and then she couldn't go back to sleep. And then I had something wrong with my car, and then something else came up, like something that doesn't really, like, I don't need to like explain it, but it was like something really unexpected and a huge headache. It was like everything that could go wrong this week went wrong when I'm like down a man, you know what I mean? And so it's just been one of those weeks, and there were times where I was about ready to lose it because I felt like every time I turned around, everything was going wrong. But then I also stepped away and I said, like, as frustrating as these things are, they're not things, and don't get me wrong, like, I'm not saying that like I was like trying to be all positive and like in the moment this made me feel better. I'm just saying is I did step back at some point and say, like, well, these are headaches, you know, I mean, they're not true life headaches, right? You know, like, they're not true devastating news. And in a month or in a year, like, I'm not even going to be thinking about these little hiccups, right? But I am low on energy, low on sleep, not feeling the best. None of my kids are feeling the best. And we're hanging on by a thread, but we're hanging in there. It's just been a week, you guys. It has been a week, and I'm so thankful to have Mike home. It was a long night last night. I am tired, but everyone left with a smile on their face this morning. Just feeling like this week is crushing me a bit. But you know what? I'm choosing to look at the positives. It's not easy for that, but we have a short week next week. Thanksgiving's coming up, and life's crazy, but it's still good. So I'm trying to focus on the good, even though, you know, it can get a little difficult at times. But what I want to do now is I want to do some decluttering. I like to do some decluttering before the end of the year, before the holidays. And so I'm going to do some decluttering that makes sense with what you would do before Thanksgiving. So I'm going to declutter some of like our not declutter, I guess go through, yes, declutter, kind of clean out our baking items. I want to know, like, what do I have in there? I'm not a huge baker, so I don't even know what I have. So if I make something, when we make cookies and all of that, like, I want to check to see what we have, what we need, what's expired, since I don't use it very often. So kind of like clean that out. And then with, you know, the holidays comes a lot of cooking. So I want to go through some of these kitchen cabinets, get rid of some of the pots, pans, bowls, whatever that we don't use. And then I want to go through hats and coats and all of that, because it is finally cold and we need our warm winter gear. So I just want to do a little bit of decluttering, specifically too with the, I want to do like the hats and the gloves in the back hallway, because with the holidays and having more people over, like I have some friends visiting from out of town for next week, our family, you know, they're all coming in this back way. And again, I'm trying to focus on, when I'm cleaning before the holidays, I want to focus on the areas that my guests are going to be spending their time in. We don't have guests who stay the night or anything, so it's going to be in these, you know, main living areas. So just decluttering some of all, you know, all of the coats that the girls have. I mean, they're all wearing a coat right now to school, and then you can see we still have so many coats back there, just because we have coats for rain when it's in its, you know, 50s, 60s and all of that. There's like different types of coats. So I'm just gonna kind of declutter some of those, maybe put some in their closets so it doesn't look so cluttered.
I wanna hold your body close to me. I wanna take you where you've never been. Swear I won't break your heart and I won't let you down. Yeah.
I was surprised about the expired baking items I had in here, because I just never bake. But it's like one of those things that's like on a whim, you decide to make something, or you're making something for like a get together or a party, and then you're like, oh, I need powdered sugar, or I need brown sugar. Like, it's just something like you pretty much try to keep in your home, but it's like hard to use up unless you're a big baker. I don't know. So I'm going to do this, and then I want to declutter the Lazy Susan cabinet I have in my kitchen, because every time I like open it, I feel like things are falling out, and I know there's stuff that I can get rid of. So we're going to do that next. And I know there's just something about like decluttering parts of your kitchen, and something I've been doing more frequently is micro decluttering sessions. So I think sometimes we think of like decluttering and organizing and we're going to make it a big project, right? But sometimes just focus on one drawer at a time. Like, it doesn't have to be the whole kitchen. Just throw, you know, one drawer at a time, especially if we're like, you know, maybe you do a lot of your decluttering during the beginning of the year or nearing the end of the year, but like, go ahead, do a drawer, do a cabinet. That's what I'm kind of doing. or I ended up having things in here that I didn't really even use, so I was going to donate those. And I was just essentially like reorganizing the space. And then when I'm done here, I'm going to go through and declutter the coats. Okay, because this is what I'm thinking. Like when people come into your house, like the one thing that I would encourage you guys to do is think about what's the path. What are the rooms people are going to be in when they come over, and what's the path they're going to take? So like for me, people will come in that back hallway, door. So that's why I focus on cleaning just the walls or the areas back there, because that's where people will be walking, right? And then here, it's like my kids' coats can pile up, because if you live in the Midwest or you live in a similar climate, you know, we have coats for rain, like light fleece coats, heavier fleece coats, winter coats. Like we have so many coats that I wanted to not get rid of them, but I put them in the coat closet for because we will have people in and out. Like I have some friends visiting from out of town next week for Thanksgiving. Not on Thanksgiving, but like the week of. So like we'll just have more people in our home. And so I wanted to like whittle down the amount of jackets we had in here. And then we also had sandals. And it's like, we're not going to be wearing sandals until May. So I was also getting rid of some of that stuff as well. But something that I wanted to say about like with Mike being gone, I think the other thing that I realized is maybe as crazy as the week was, and the fact like I didn't feel good, and to be completely transparent, it is the week before my period, like a few days before I start my period. So I'm in my luteal phase. And like literally so many things have gone wrong, and I usually get good sleep, and I like operate well off of good sleep, and I don't operate off of poor sleep, and I haven't been getting sleep. But there's something about myself, like I still feel like good. And I don't know if it's like my body, like my brain, like being on, because I know I have to be on. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. It's just so odd to me, because like Mike is usually home. And I feel like if this was a week where he was home, like would my body almost allow itself to crash a little bit more, because I know he's like my safety net, and I don't have him as a safety net this week. So it's like you have no choice but to be focused and be on your A game. I could be making this up, but I am just shocked at how well I feel like I've been doing despite how crazy of a week it is. Like I have not had a week like this, and like I can't even tell you the last time. And it's the 1 week that Mike's gone. It's just crazy, but I feel good. So I don't know if you guys can relate to that. I don't know. Maybe I'm just weird, but. You guys are seeing me in blue all week long. I promise you, not that you guys care. I have been washing this. I've been keeping up with the laundry, throwing in 1 load a day, and so I throw this in and then just put it right back on, because I don't want to put it away. I'm like hanging on by a thread. I think we're all hanging on by a thread. And so it's dinner time, and I just don't have the energy at all. Like this is one of those weeks, and to be honest with you, like I have tough weeks, but like this week I'm like barely hanging on. So anyways, I'm going to throw together a dinner. This is something that I make for myself for my lunches, and it's just something filling. With everyone being kind of sick, I am not making soup. I could have went and picked up soup, I guess, but I just want to put something filling in their bellies, so I'm going to whip it together. I thought it would also be something that I would like, and then you guys may like this recipe, so I'll show you what I'm making. I will have this recipe typed out before. Two out of the 3 girls liked it. 1 did not. It is definitely like more of a healthier recipe, so it doesn't taste like a true Hot Pocket, okay? But it's like a healthy version of that. High protein. So I use these chicken meatballs. I did air fry them before to make sure they were cooked. And then you have mozzarella cheese, marinara sauce, cottage cheese, Italian seasoning, and you just kind of mix it all together. And then I put it in a Lavash Lavash wrap. I think that's how you call it. It's kind of, it's like a different texture than a tortilla. I don't know. I like it because it's like, it just seems like thicker. I don't know how to explain it. Like I like making turkey roll-ups, turkey and avocado roll-ups in this, and even sometimes just putting peanut butter on it. I really like. But anyways, I did this, rolled them up, and then I put them in bake them for a little bit, but I will have the full recipe down below. But 2 out of the 3 girls love them. All right, guys. I am closing out the video, and I just finished like watching it through. I always like watch through my video. Sorry, I'm like setting you down here. I always watch through my video before I export it. That way it's ready to go, and then I upload it Sunday morning. I'm just closing out the video because Addison has had 2 more bloody noses. She's had 4 in total. I had to go pick her up from school today. The school nurse had her, and like they were able to get it to stop. Like they didn't call me because she had they didn't call me because she had a bloody nose, right? The school nurse can handle that. But like it was up in her eye. So, and it was she was like, the girls go home on the bus. So she just said like, I think it would be best if you come pick her up. That way she doesn't have to worry about it if it like starts on the bus. And I was like, yeah, absolutely. So I just got home, brought the girls home, got them settled down. And I'm like, you guys, this is crazy. So, I am going to call, I try to call, it's too late now, the ENT. I'm going to call the ENT, tomorrow morning and get a new appointment scheduled because I'm sure they're going to need to recauterize. I asked my friend who's a nurse practitioner and she said she needs to be recauterized. So, I'm going to call tomorrow morning and hopefully they can get her in ASAP. It's just tough because next week is a holiday week. So, you know, that might be difficult, but she had one. Yeah, she's had 4 within less than 3 days, like almost 3 full days. So I'm just going to hope she doesn't get one tonight or I'll probably have to take her to the ER. She's fine. Like she's a trooper. I think she is used to it or as used to it as you can be. But gosh, you guys, this is crazy. So I'm going to make sure I spray her with the saline gel spray a lot, like this evening and then before bed. And I have a humidifier going in her room. So this week has been insane, you guys. So crazy. But at least next week's a holiday week, right? Right? Oh, so. And I can hear coughing up there from Emery. I just hate to see my girls, you know, falling apart a bit. I mean, they're doing well, but, you know. Anyways, I have to help Avery study for a test tonight. But I don't know, just wanted to close out the video and like let you guys know how the week just keeps getting like, it's not letting up at all. But we're good. And I am happy to have you here. Always cheering me up. I know when I read your comments on Sunday, you'll make me feel better. So, and we'll have a good week next week. It's got to be better than this week, right? So anyways, thank you guys so much for being here. You're amazing. And if, I'll see you next week for some Christmas
Tell me
decorating.
how to be closer to ya. Tell me how, and I'll do it, babe. 'Cause I just wanna